Hey there, welcome back. I'm just taking advantage of a little period of quiet. Seems that my neighbours upstairs, who have been causing the bad recording environment, have gone on holiday for a bit, so, you know, I should hopefully be able to get some stuff out of the way, but, good god, if you notice since September, my video output has dropped, like, significantly, and it just happens to be, like, when they started having the problems. I don't know. We're looking at doing something about it, but it's not gonna happen overnight. Good god. I would have been done with Bastard Bonds by now. We would have finished it. That's, it's really kind of hard to... it's really kind of hard to accept. But, I'm just going by what's been messaged to me recently. I need to find the Tangled Trail and Black Glass Sprawl. It might be around here. And I apparently need to take Beauregard and Grant there, if I can even find it. Tangled Trail, yeah, it's just at the it's just near Lake Faces. Let's not say that wrong. And let's see if we can get any kind of interaction going here. Yes, we can. We shouldn't have set out so late. I'm gonna get lost in this place for sure. Worse than lost if we run into something dangerous. I can find my way by scent, but I guess that doesn't help you guys. Aye, and I don't fancy trailing through the darkness holding hands either. We should turn back. There's a very old hunter's camp nearby, if my memory serves. I can find it. And we probably have enough twilight to make it out of here. To make it there without tripping over each other. We don't have a lot of time to figure out an alternative. Lead the way, Grant. Right. This way. So we finally found some- we finally, got something out of this place. Great. I remember coming here and thinking it was a bit strange I couldn't find anything. All clear. It's no luxury, but it's dry at least. That's fine, Grant. We don't need luxury. Not a moment to spare. More banging? Your party settles into the old shack for the night, and you quickly succumb to the embrace of your bedroll. That's... yeah, that's Beauregard. Are you out there, Max? Why is it me? This sort of strange journey is the stuff meant for heroes like you. Talking about Maxim Spardale, I guess. I was supposed to die fat and full of ale, not waging war in the ruins of my homeland. I'm so lost, Max. I don't know what to do. I wish we were here. Oh no! Iram knocked! It jammed catch! I think he's, Captain Jabear did post this little explanation as to, you know... He did post a little explanation as to what the Orcish language is all about. He has actually made each little thing in the Orcish language in this game mean something. So I imagine he's like, where's my sword? Fine. Drag me off and tear me to ribbons if it pleases you. I no longer care. Holy fuck. That's an awful thing to say. It's okay, guys. He's with me. You can go back. I'll catch up. Luke, what are you doing out here? You? How do you... I suppose we all look the same to you. Idvarum! It's dark. How was I supposed to know it was you? What's all this about tearing you to ribbons, then? Just forget about it. Just forget about it. I don't want to talk about it. Look, you spend so much time talking to ghosts. Try talking to flesh and blood for a change. I am right here. Talk to me. You wouldn't understand. I understand you loved him, Luke. I can hear your heart breaking every time we walk past one of those damn statues. Oh, right, so he was... okay. Maybe had a little bit of a thing going with Max? Unless Max is different... Well, no, can't be. He was my cousin's husband. I would never... You're such a straight stick. I actually believe that you would never... but that doesn't mean you never wanted to. Look, I'm sorry. The world moved on while you stood still, and I know that you feel lost and confused and alone. But you aren't alone. You don't have to fight alone. You don't have to mourn alone, and you don't have to suffer alone. We used to go hunting together. Him and I and a few other lads from the capital. We would go out to his lodge and spend days hunting and drinking and laughing. I would spend my nights staring at the ceiling or watching his breath pass his lips. Spooky. Wishing that I could... It would have been a betrayal of my country, my queen, and our friendship, and so I never spoke my heart. Well, my country, my queen, and my friend, they're all gone. Hundreds of years dust. And I have nothing but a regretful, broken heart that should be rotting alongside them. I didn't walk into that prison willingly for my cousin. I did it for him. So that the people would have their blood. And his would be spared. As it turns out, I wasn't even a worthy sacrifice. I prevented nothing, and I have nothing. Luke, you're an idiot. Do you really think he didn't know? You wear your heart so far down your sleeve, I'm surprised it doesn't fall into your breakfast. He knew full well that you loved him. How could he not? He kept you as close as he did because he loved you just the same. And he never said anything for the same damned reasons you just told me. An accidental touch. A look that's a little too long. A smile that's a little too warm. You shared those things. I know you did. If his memory is so precious, you need to stop dragging it around and wear it proudly. It's what he would want, isn't it? Damn you for making so much sense, Brunnock. Beauregard takes a deep draft of the warm night air and turns his gaze to the sky. So, you like to hunt, right? I do. Me and my boys killed a deer. Help us butcher it, and it's venison for breakfast. Venison for breakfast? No? Venison for breakfast is one of my favorite pleasures. As I'm sure you might imagine. I had a feeling. Shall we then? Certainly, just let me fetch my clothes. It's a warm night and the rest of us are already naked. You'll make us feel awkward. Come on, it could be a new experience. I knew they would go to the nudity thing eventually. I don't really think I have any good reason to refuse. Lead the way. I get a lot of requests for that lately. Right this way. In the morning you awaken to a mouth-watering smell as heavy slabs of fresh venison roast over a pit of open coals. With a hearty breakfast in your belly and the bright morning sun lighting the way, you're able to get back to the path with little difficulty. Beauregard and Grant appear to be getting along today better than usual. You decide not to draw attention to it so as not to spoil the peaceful moment. And that was that. We finally solved the mystery of the Tangled Trail. So let's get out of here. Just some nice little closure for Beauregard, I guess. Or at least, stepping in the right direction there. Let's go down here. Did I not... Oh, shit. Yeah, hold on. Did I not already go to the Earthworm Inn, or am I... Oh, fuck. I think I've, Oh, fuck. Shit, you know what? I think I might have named, the previous episode incorrectly. I'm gonna have to go back and change that. Fucking idiot, Jeb. Let's go to the Earthworm Inn. Sod it. Why not? If it is the same place, then I'll be kind of embarrassed. So, we have with us Grant, Vanken, Beauregard. Grant isn't as well equipped as he used to be, but he's still a fucking badass. My god, it's weird seeing Kardec and him, like, have similar levels of health, actually. Please bring empty bottles and steins indoors. So I imagine that this place has been abandoned for a long, long, long time. Light all the braziers is, you know, it's kind of standard. The sign reads, tonight's special, braised lamb. The sign is so badly weathered, you're certain it can't be recent. Well, no, nothing is, surely. Although there are cafes that are just up and running with, like, you know, active, like, people visiting it for its hedge mazes and stuff like that, which I think is pretty neat. The fuck is that? It's mold. I think we fight things like this in the beginning of the game, in that in the level after that wolf cave, if you guys remember that. And you'll probably be very familiar with that level if you're leveling up your characters. So, or no, not if you're leveling them up, but rather building up their whatever it is, their trust. I just gave Vigor when I meant to blast. Oh well, never mind. Grant's got an extra turn after this. Damn it! Kardec cannot hit with this thing, apparently. I wonder if it's like the, anybody played Earthbound? I wonder if it's like the Casey Bat or something, wherein, something's so powerful, but it just misses, like, quite regularly. There we go! Beauregard's, I think he needed that talk and that venison. That kind of powered him up a bit. I wonder if Vankin's at the point... Yeah, he is. Let's just, wipe our risk here. Ah, fuck, he fumbled anyway. But it's a new round. And there we go. Finally got the hit in. Finally made it worthwhile. The card egg anyway. I don't know why we need more money, but Black Forest Gatto is certainly a lot more money. Let's... I don't know. You know, one thing that I miss from video games is when they would, like, judge you on all of your money that you got. That's why I like Luigi's Mansion so much. Like, the more money you had, you got a better mansion. If you had nothing, you got, like, a shack or something. And he was like, oh, no. Inside one of these crates, you find an unbroken bottle of liquor. It was probably a cheap vintage back when this place is in use, but it's ancient now. Huh. These guys just had golden filters lying around. Well, that's cool. Best healing item. Light everything, but I'm not sure there's going to be much in the way of loot or anything inside this. Yeah, I've only got these couple of rooms, so unless there's one more. See, this is why the landlords like hold you responsible for mold in your building. Because if you let it grow too much, then, you know, it's kind of hard to take care of it. They just kind of sprout up in the bedroom and start attacking you. So there wasn't really much to the Earthworm Inn. That was a very quick level, but it seems that we're getting enough experience from it. Jeez. I sold a bunch of things off screen, but I think we're gonna break the 100,000 marker pretty soon. It's coming. It might have already happened and I've just not paid attention to it. Let's level these guys up. Vankin, oh man. I think I wanted to get Merciless up, you know, like just to help him out, but at the same time, Weave is kind of important to me, so... I don't know, that's kind of an odd one. You know, get telekinetic and stuff, change people's equipment on their turn, always nice to have. If we don't get the 5th pip in Hunt, that's absolutely fine. Now Grant, he's kind of lacking behind. Very high guard, I don't think we need to worry about that. Could do with getting him some extra health, but at the same time, we could just build him up to be an all-out tank, you know, we don't need stealthy, actually. He's got enough dodge, and, you know, he could do with taking some damage anyway. Ward, well, Apothecary might be alright. I'm not sure how necessary it might be, like, towards the end. For all I know, the final boss is just like a straight up balls up fuck you player kind of thing. So, you know, there is that. Screw it, I think we should divide it amongst his physical attributes. Because if we can get healthy and the last Pippin fight, then, you know, that's all good for me. His guard is high enough. Beauregard has 4 points to spend. I think he's pretty much a better tank than Grant is at this point. He's got Warlord. He's got toughness. He has healthy. He has 729 HP. I think Beauregard's doing fine. So we could just bump his fight up. Yeah, Merciless, we don't really need that. I don't think I've really given him any crit weapons, so screw it, let's just focus on his physical. It's nice that he's got a little bit of conversion, but let's get him doing more damage, shall we? Beauregard is deceptively buff, like, when he's got no clothes on in that scene that we just passed. Yeah, I thought he looked a little thicker than he does in the armor. That's why you wear slimming clothes, dude. So we unlock the Shadowy Depths. Ancient farmhouse was already there, I think. Steelweaver Tomb. Steelweaver Tomb. Do I have Steelweaver Tomb on my list of, like, places to take people? I'm not sure that I do. I'm gonna need a new list, like a complete new list, and print that off, I think. Because I imagine that I've unlocked a bunch of stuff. Let's go to... Unless there was something around here that we wanted to... clear out. All we have is the Broad Cavern, a marsh passage, marsh clearing, which is cool because I like swamps if they're done right. Me and my friend both have a thing for like swamp levels in video games. Let's look at the Steelweaver Tomb then. This tomb is decorated in lavish carvings. Judging by the imagery, the person buried here was a blacksmith of some renown. Okay, so let me have a look at the party, see if we can bring anyone else along. Everyone's bonded, so we don't really have to fret about who to take. But I guess we could max out Vankin. We've got a nice little thing going here. And then we can swap to some Lobies, and hopefully it'll be a bit more challenging later on. I'd say that, but Kardag will be too strong anyway. There's a skeleton right here, unmoving. We can speak to him. He's a Draugr. The animated corpse makes no move to attack you. A voice like the sound of a blade being quenched hisses out when you get near. Mercy! Nary a mercy! Nary a mercy! He seems confused and doesn't even notice you. Nary a mercy. So there's an open grave. It looks as though the blacksmith clawed his way out of the grave. Nary a mercy. So what? No mer... Dead crystal. The crystal is dull and appears to be covered in soot. Right. I'm gonna leave this one alone, but if you think I should, if it's best to just kill him, then do let me know, okay? And I'll come back and... I don't know, if there's like if there's ever an alternative, like a good aligned alternative, then I usually go for that. Now, the Shadowy Depths. A small building decorated with macabre carvings juts out of the earth here, like an angry fang. There's no obvious way inside. You know, I'm better at reading out aloud when I haven't had fucking, like, I don't know, Diet Coke or something with, like, artificial sweeteners that fucks with my head. There's a pasta here. A man is carefully examining the wall here. Oh! You startled me. I was so engrossed in studying this wall I didn't hear you step up. There is something suspicious about this wall, don't you think? I would like to get inside and investigate, but I can't dispel the magic force protecting it. Curse my foolishness. If I hadn't lost my emblem, I'm sure I'd be able to unravel this sorcery. Let's bugger off because I think this is Nikolai. I do hope I'm right and I'm not just, like, wrong as fuck. We take a bit of a roundabout approach to get there. I mean, if we made some way across the river into that camp, we could be at the stronghold in no time at all. But nope, we had to go through hell again. So we look here. We have it's not the endless Ankh. It's Nikolai's emblem. Okay. So let's do this. Let's sell a bunch of stuff. Get rid of all of this junk, this garbage. And what else? What else? Oh, I think we're fine there. But one thing that I do want to do is take all of the stuff of Masood, because I think that if I was going to use a mage, it would have to be, you know, it wouldn't be Hogan and it wouldn't be Masood. It would be someone who's like a fully fledged character. like Greening or like Vankin, you know. So I think it's only fair to give them the proper equipment. Good golly gosh. But that Bifrost can stay, I guess, because Bifrost I didn't find it as useful as I did the Grimoire Halex and the Grimoire Solaris. Although I'm probably going to be kicking my let's just bring it along anyway. I can prevent disappointment. Oh, there's Masood's bond. I didn't notice it at first. It's a bell. It's a bell. I was expecting him to give me a bell end, but okay. Let's get out. Now that we've got this emblem, I think there's an achievement for this. Like taking the emblem to this place. I went to the wrong location. So let's move again. And here we are. So I've got it in my inventory, yep. Wait, that's... Yeah, okay, so we continue. The old priest holds out his hand tentatively, and you give him the emblem. Thank you. I'm surprised you didn't sell it. But perhaps that's just me being cynical. We met a while ago near the old rundown cottage, didn't we? I should have introduced myself then. I am Pastor Nikolai, although the pastor part doesn't hold much meaning now. I've been looking for my associate, Evans, for the past few weeks, and I believe I've managed to track him down. Oh shit. I'm most certain that he's been taken inside the building. This strange building. This wall. There is a magic circle etched onto its surface, and it's an exact match for the ones that Evans liked to draw in his journal. I noticed the same magic circle painted on the floor in that old cottage. Back home, Evans had taken quite an interest in dark magic. This is hardly abnormal, as priests are often called upon to combat such magics. But I believe he became infatuated with his studies, and began to dabble in the practice of the very art he was trained to oppose. The other pastors and I did all we could to keep his gaze turned toward the light, but it was of little use. One of our congregation somehow learned of his dabblings, and all 8 of our parish were put on trial for malediction. Evans seemed unshaken by these events. When we arrived on Lukat, his activities became bolder, less restricted. We found an abandoned building for shelter, and we hadn't much choice but to stay there. Months passed, and Evans eventually began to open the portals into dark places, inviting tiny devils to come through. Tiny though they were, it took all of my strength, and that of the other pastors, to banish them. It became far too dangerous to stay in that place, and I couldn't bring myself to harm Evans. I felt safer with the idea of taking my chances elsewhere. I wrote Evans a parting letter and left him to his own devices. Was that a cowardly thing to do? Perhaps. I'm no killer though, and he was my friend. I thought perhaps I could find a way to put some sense into him. If I only had enough distance to collect, my thoughts. Originally, we wanted to turn that abandoned building into a sanctuary for anyone who was struggling with life on the island, but we couldn't even make a start. When I eventually returned, I found that everyone had taken their belongings and left. I kept wondering whether Evans had managed to turn himself around, and if the others were safe. I've been looking for signs of them since. And so, that brings me to where I am now. I found Evans' emblem in his robes here. He is inside, of that I am certain. His emblem feels strange to me, so I dared not use it. But now that you've brought mine, I can dispel the barrier around this wall. Please stand back. Yeah, I believe I'll get an achievement once I close down the program. Nikolai holds out the emblem and points it to the wall. It begins to illuminate the area. A wave of heat blasts through the opening. Nikolai throws up his hands and shouts a barrier into being in front of him, but his body shudders heavily from the effort. I did not expect such a violent reaction. I have well overstrained myself. I know that I have no business asking you of this, but please, take my emblem and find Evans. Alright, so we do have Nikolai's emblem. I guess, screw it, I'll put it on card deck for the time being. Anything else? Nikolai stands frozen in fear, trying to catch his breath. He looks nearly ready to collapse. If I had any strength remaining, I would aid you without question. I'm no use to you in my current state. Alright, well, heading down into the Doom Fortress. The staircase leads down a long way. Most of it is hidden by the darkness, but you can see 2 flickering lights illuminating the bottom few steps. Would you like to head down? Hell yeah. So I imagine you might have to equip, even though the illumination on this isn't too great, it's only 5. I imagine that maybe this place is a lot darker if you don't have it. I think it would be safer to keep it on it, at least, anyway. What are the chances, do you think, that this guy, this Evans, was summoning demons because, like, he wanted to bang them? It's possible with this game. Come on. Come on, you know it can happen. This looks like a comfortable place to take a nap, but now is perhaps not the best time. Okay, so there's nothing like hidden underneath a pillow or anything like that. Roger, gotcha. I mean, stranger things have happened. I mean, I got fucked by a ghost when I could have fought him. Everything about this room seems unsettling. Yeah, no shit. Light all the sconces. Are these like candles? I think they're candles. Shame I can't examine them. No fights as of yet, but never too late. Who knows, maybe they'll spawn in once I open this. The chest is outlined with a silver trim and decorated with strange runes. There are a couple of bottles of liquor stashed inside. Nope. Just a love potion. Okay. I'll be sure to give that to Nazar, I guess. You just use it in one of the cutscenes. Like... I guess that's a kind of bathroom. Well, you know what I mean. There's a dead end. This wall looks similar to the one Nikolai opened. It even has the same kind of markings etched into it. We try it. No, we don't need to make a weave check, so that's fine. The emblem glows for a moment, but suddenly fades. It seems to be tapped of magical energy after its last use. Somebody who's proficient with magic may still be able to use the emblem by channeling their energy through it, however. Okay, so let's, let us... That's not banking. You fucking idiot, Cheb. Okay. Everybody come out of the dead end, please. Let's put the mage forward. Okay. Worst of 3? Oh, worst of 3. Fuck! Well, he'll have to take some damage. You hold out the emblem and point it towards the wall once more, focusing deeply onto the emblem's shape. It begins to radiate with resplendent light. Good God, I thought that was gonna be fucked. Okay, well, he's not going first. There's gonna be undead. I'm gonna equip the Solaris and hit card egg to equip the perfume. And away we go. Oh, this place really is dark, huh? I'm glad that somebody has at least some illumination. I like how this part of the map looks. I'm not familiar with, like, occult things, but, you know, it still looks pretty neat. There doesn't seem to be anything that we can loot round here, but, what we can do is cross over this, fiery path. Oh, I think you do smell something. I think you smell death. Thin trails of smoke billow off from the candles around the magic circle, as if they had recently been extinguished. You suddenly realize that the temperature inside the room is stiflingly warm. Nikolai! My brother! I sense the power of your emblem. I hope that you would find this place. My only regret in all of this is that I disappointed you. Once you see the beauty of this side, however, I'm certain you will understand. The florid chaos, it is remarkable. I'm adding words to the script. We have been apart too long. Come to me, my dear brother. He's gonna... Yep. Holy fuck. Okay, so what is this? We've got a Dicubus, Ignigon, Thrall, 2 Thralls, 1 War Chief Thrall, and Pastor Evans. Well, Pastor Evans is gonna go down pretty quick. I imagine. Let's get Kardak to run in and just kind of get aggro from this side of things. Maybe we... Oh, he's unsettled. Let's try and get the Incubus down straight away then. Yep, but he's fumbled now. That's only a little bit of damage to Vanken and to Beauregard, but I need to remember that Vanken did take a... He did take a bunch of damage. Oh, you're joking. Oh! Oh, I'm so fucking disappointed in myself. I need to drink my goddamn coffee. Delicious sounds of man consuming fucking hot liquids. Fuck. I need to be consuming hot shit. Jesus. So I put the emblem onto Vanken, and I'm like, okay, I'll send Vanken in, he's got high weave. I must have without realizing it, just sent Beauregard to do it, and just not realized. God fucking damn it. It could have been the best of two, or something like that. Jesus H. Alright, okay, moving on with the goddamn shit. Alright. Fair enough. I'm gonna take Grant, to this side, because he's not too well equipped, as opposed to how he usually is. And we're gonna make an attack on the Thrall, and the sweep should deal more damage to the Ignian then. Never mind, I could have poisoned it. So the Thralls aren't a problem. Pastor Evans, we could blast him, but I think what I'm gonna do... Damn it, Vanken's in the way. I'll move up one space. And attack the Ignian. Okay. So he's taken care of. Vanken now, let's see if these, I doubt that these count as undead. The Thralls, that is. But I imagine it might be enough to do at least some damage. Oh, jeez! Kardak dropped his armor, and, 141 damage, that's more like it. Hell yeah. Bang, the Baelor's dead. Now it's just Pastor Evans on a Thrall, so it's nothing too major. Pastor Evans does have a bunch of health, though, doesn't he? Let's energize Kardak. Get a little bit of his health back. Now Grant's turn. He fumbled. Damn it. Damn it, I wanted to get a few, Daredevil bonuses. It's been a while since I've had, like, a spree of those. And again, what's the, we have neutral, chaotic, neutral, and lawful. Okay, so only 2 people have camaraderie, so there might not have been a chance of that. So I'll just keep energizing Kardak. So where did my armor drop to? Where did it drop? It's Beast Obsidian. It's behind that. Thrall. So I guess I'll just scoot over there, take it, re-equip it. Thrall's down. And there we go. Grant gets a kill. And the bridge is back. Alright, so I guess that's the whole Pastor Evans thing taken care of. Let's get our way outside. We didn't get much in the way of the experience modifier, but who knows, maybe that's now summoned more demons as we go back. So let's check all the side rooms, make sure that we don't overlook anything. God, that's such disappointment. I thought I was doing really well. Nothing in here. Nor in here. Maybe there'll be a fight outside. Maybe Pastor Nikolai has been attacked or something like that. Got some bad news, buddy. But then again, I guess you come to expect it in this place. You've returned! Please, tell me, was Evans down there? Explain. I beg of you, please tell me what you saw. I'm never one to do that. I'm never one to just have an option to lie and then do it. You know, people tend to moralize about things like that in a lot of video games. You take a moment to explain what happened. Nikolai's face becomes gradually racked with sadness and guilt. He turns away for a moment, his breathing labored and heavy, but trying his best to maintain his composure. Oh. No. No! He lost his way somewhere down the line, but he was a good man. I should have done more to help him back on the right path. These past few months could have gone entirely differently. The seductive power of the dark arts must be greater than even than I imagined. How could such a kind of virtuous man become so corrupted? I have no answers. Maybe he just wanted the dick. I mean, you know, the incubi and everything. I'm not sure what to do from here. Perhaps I ought to find somewhere to sleep and allow recent events to settle my mind. You have my sincere gratitude for granting Evans his final rest. There was nothing more to be done, and the Evans I knew would have wanted it this way. Here. I wanted you to have this. It used to belong to him, but it might prove useful to you. Please, take it as a token of my thanks, and please keep my emblem. I don't have any more use for it. Nikolai gives you a soft smile. He is clearly exhausted and overcome. I must bid you farewell for now, but I hope that we get to meet again. Who knows, maybe we shall. So, we do have... So, we now have Evan's amulet, so let's compare the two. Nikolai's emblem is Illumination 5, Rexaline 10, and Warding 15. Whereas Evan's amulet is Rex Mana, Illumination of 10, so that's double the Illumination, not that it's too strong. Magical of 25, Warding of 25, Regeneration of 5. Bloody hell, put that on, Vanken, please put that on, that's actually really good. But Nikolai's emblem, okay. Sneaking suspicion that I can forge them together, so let's end the episode with that, shall we? You know what I could have done is I could have bought Borgnina here, I imagine. Tell me if I'm right, but damn, I wish I'd I wish I knew these things in advance. Like, there was a place beforehand that I could have used Borgnina to cleanse the place. And unfortunately, I did not. And now I think my chance is completely gone. So let's level these fuckers up, forge the thing, and then that can be this episode. Hope you don't mind that it's been a bit of a longer one than normal, but hey. So Vanken only has 2 levels, he's not going to get telekinetic. Well, shit. Nah, he's not. I don't think. 1 more level won't do it, so... Well, sorry Vanken, buddy, but at least it kind of helps if we ever need to use him for a skill check or something like that, so, you know, it's not too big of a waste. Grant was, he already had enough dodge and ward, etc., so we were just kind of getting his... Well, definitely his labor up. Want to get that extra health for a big, chunky tank. Beauregard was, we were just making him, like, purely physical, weren't we? Down to earth, do we really want down to earth? You know, like, proccing everyone's invulnerability all the time? That's a bit, I do want to get his Whisper Walk, though, that's a thing. I'm not too bothered about the hunt, I just kind of want Whisper Walk, and then we can, like, focus on making him deal a lot more damage. Crits I don't think is his thing. I mean, anything can be his thing, but it's not what I want to be his thing. I also really want to find a good halberd for him. I'm not sure that there is such a thing in this game, but that would be nice, wouldn't it? So let's go to the blacksmith. We have the Orcish blacksmith right here. I have both of these. Let's see if this will work. If it does, I'll be happy. So Evan's amulet, Nikolai's emblem. There we go! Remorseful emblem. Accessory, illumination of 50. Magical of 23. So that's like 2 less. Critical of 50. Warding of 25 regeneration. That's fucking excellent. My god, whoever's gonna be a mage on this party is having that shit. Good god. Also, I did see that there was a, where's that signpost? I know there was a signpost somewhere. There was like a signpost that was talking about like performers here, and I do remember that Wisaka wanted to perform. It's here, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, breathtaking harmony heard over the isle over. Come treat your ears to the Royal Seaman's Chorus playing all week. And there is an achievement, from what I can tell, of like uniting like 2 of the characters' Maybe to get them to sing? I don't know. I don't think we've unlocked it yet. It's going to be a while before that happens. Let's quickly dump things in the sell pile. More love potions, even though let's face it, we don't need them. I know we don't, but it's nice to collect, just in case. And we can put the Traveler's Hat back in there. We don't care about that too much, but it's been around about 40 minutes now. I don't really think we need to stretch this out for much longer. And that's everything. Okay, guys, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next episode. I'm going to do very shortly, so that should release right after this one goes up. So, take care of yourselves now. Bye-bye.